What's up, Rockstar? Awesome to see you. I'm Betty Rocker, and I have a quick stretching sequence to really focus on our arms, forearms, and our hands today. And these are areas that are so often neglected that we forget to stretch. So I've just got a couple simple things that you can do to really help with these areas. So to start with, we'll just do a simple tricep stretch together. So you're just going to take your left arm, raise it straight up above, bend your elbow, and take your other hand and just pull your elbow back a little bit. So you can probably see how I'm doing that. Really simple. And this will allow you to stretch your tricep. Good. Let's do the other side. So straight arm up, bend it back as if you were going to pat yourself on the back. And then just to get a little bit more out of it, we're just going to raise our left hand up and we're just going to gently pull our right elbow back towards the back wall, just like that. Tricep stretch. Really simple. Great job. Now we also want to stretch the biceps. So a great way to stretch the bicep is just come over to your wall or a door frame. And I'm just going to place my palm facing forward, and I'm going to have my arms straight. We're standing a little ways away from the door, and I'm just going to sink my hips down. I know it looks like nothing, right? Nothing's happening. But what you're doing is you're isolating. This is the bicep crosses two joints, right? It crosses your shoulder joint and your elbow joint. So to stretch it, we simply have to basically isolate those two joints, and that's what we're doing with this movement. And then we're just stretching the muscle across with those joints straightened out. So just do this. You can also try a slightly different angle. You can turn your palm down a little bit here and then sink your hips down lower. I like it sort of more straight. I feel it a little bit more. So just go ahead and try that. Then go ahead and do the other arm as well. So just gonna flatten the palm on the wall. I'm just gonna sink my hips down here slightly. And I don't feel it as much on this one, so I'm gonna try turning my palm down and really straightening my elbow. Good. Really simple. Little bicep stretch action. Now let's stretch out our forearms, wrists, and hands. These are really, really great stretches to do. So just some real simple wrist stretches. You can just start out by placing your palms back, like turned towards your knees, and you can just rock your hips back and forth here. Maybe a little side to side. You can also turn your palms to face each other, turn your hands to face each other, and rock forward and back, side to side. And then another great way to stretch is, of course, turn your palms under like this, and this will stretch the tops of your wrists. And be very, very gentle with this one, very gentle, no pressure on your wrists here. This is a delicate area, so only do just a really gentle stretch with these. Your wrists may not turn all the way under, that's okay. Just remember to go on a 1 to 10 scale, take your stretch only to about a 7, which is a good hurt. 8 would be an ow, it hurts, and you don't want to do anything that's painful. So just the upper limit of a good hurt is plenty, and you want to back off on the stretch when it goes down to about a 5 or 6 or feels like you could take it all day. All right, so those are just some nice, simple forearm stretches, but now let's get a little more specific and bring our hands into the mix as well. So what I want you to do is go like you're going to shake my hand. Straighten your hand out in front of you. Now you're going to flip your palm over. We're going to reach the right hand up and over, and we're going to clasp our hand. We're keeping our shoulders from going up in our ears, okay? Just a nice relaxed shoulder. And I'm just going to try to twist my palm up towards the ceiling, and I'm not getting into my shoulders, just keeping nice and relaxed. We're just twisting our palm over, just like this. Keeping the elbow fairly straight, not hyperextended, just like this. Might feel a little weird at first. It's more the coordination of putting the move together that's weird. But you should feel a nice stretch here through your forearm, okay? Handshake position with the other hand, right hand, handshake position. Flip it over, reach over, and turn it up, just like that. Just a simple stretch. And remember, don't let your shoulders creep up to your ears. They'll want to. Good job. Okay, next move. Handshake position again, left hand handshake. Now, this one's a little funny, so you're just going to take your right hand and go from your thumb down, and you're just going to pull down gently. You're just going to sort of collapse your hand down, but you're keeping your fingers very straight the entire time. This will really stretch nicely up through this part of your arm. Should feel really good. Don't hurt yourself. Be gentle with these stretches. Let's try it on the other side. So we're just collapsing it down, just opening up through that sort of top center part of your wrist and up and through your forearm a little bit. Good. Don't let your shoulder creep up. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. It's really common. Great. Now we're going to take our palm and we're just going to turn it out like this. And I'm going to actually take my thumb and I'm going to place it on this knuckle as I pull my hand out and back. So there's a slight like twisting and torsion action here. So I'll show you from the front, just like that. I'll show you from the back, just like that. Okay, let's do that with the other hand. So we're just twisting and rotating. So the palm comes back, and we're using our thumb to just press on that first knuckle to give it a nice little extra stretch. Good. Keep that shoulder down and relaxed. Now the last set is really great for because each of your tendons in your forearm attaches to one of your fingers. So what I like to do is just straighten the arm out in front of me, and instead of just doing like one of these stretches, which sort of generally stretches all of the forearm muscles together, I like to individually stretch each forearm muscle. And I do that by simply holding my arm out straight, and I'm just going to stretch one finger back at a time. Just one finger and the next finger, and it's gentle. It's a straight finger. We're not yanking it. We're not trying to make it touch our hand. If you're that flexible, good for you. I'm not, but these stretches just feel so good on my forearms. So just stretch it back one at a time. And with the thumb, you're kind of pulling it along its natural line, as if your hand was out open. Pull it along that natural line and back slightly. That way you'll get the most out of that stretch, and that should feel awesome. Feel free to repeat these stretches as many times a day as needed. It's great to take a little break during work. I've got this great app on my phone called the Waterminder app that I use to remind me to drink water every 30 minutes. It just goes off like it's like a notification, like a text. And when I do that, I try to remember to also just do a quick stretch, any of the stretches that I'm showing you. You can check out my other stretches in this series. The neck stretches are great if you're at your desk during the day, the wall stretch for your chest, any of those stretches, plus these hand stretches. You could just pick 3 stretches and do them. Just doing any kind of stretching while you're sitting down or in one single position all day can just be tremendously helpful for you. All right, let's shake it out. Shake it out. All right, great job. Thanks for doing this little stretching series for me. Like I said, be sure to check out the other stretches in my stretching series videos, and I'll see you again real soon.